Let's fix the mic, man. We riding solo today, man. I'm doing NFL season award predictions. Are there gonna be any Eagles? Let's get it to the pod. Let's go.
Let's go! This ain't the fuck night, or this game can heat stink!
Oh shit!
It's gone!
Welcome everyone back to another episode of the MoneyPot Podcast Betting Show, where we give you takes on all sports and how to beat the boogeyman, aka Mr. Vegas, aka Mr. Sportsbook himself. And I am your host, your neighborly, friendly better, Moss Money. What's up? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Like I said, I'm riding solo today, man. We're going to get into some NFL award predictions for the day. Make sure that you guys stay ahead of the curve, stay ahead of the number, putting in the best bets that you can. The goal of the day, or the goal of the betting show today, is bet small to win big, right? Can we take that? Excuse me. Can we take that $50 and make a couple hundred? Can we take even that $100, count on your bankroll, and make even more, a couple hundred? So let's talk about it, man. But first, man, let's pay some bills. Show is sponsored to you by BetUS. Just bar stools actually just got brought out. I think they just got brought out, or I don't know if the deal went through or whatever it is. They just got brought out by Penn Gaming. Guess what? They still cannot bet in all 50 states, but BetUS can. Link is in the YouTube bio. 125% deposit with your minimum $50 deposit. 125% deposit bonus on your minimum $50 deposit. Go ahead, hit the link, put $50 in there. You know, John and Madden came out, so you can take that money that you was going to go buy on Madden, put it in the link, put it in BetUS, bet with your boy, go get some free money, cash out, then go get Madden on their dime. So make sure you go hit that link, BetUS, if you can. All right. Now that a little bit of the intros out, shaking the cobwebs out, man, getting everything's bills are paid, it's really time to talk about these bets and talk about these predictions and talk about our poll question of the day. So if you're out there, if you're listening, go ahead and make sure you hit that comment MPP for MoneyPot Podcast so we can get this thing going and talk about our poll question and start looking at some of these future bets for NFL awards for this year. A lot of interesting things, man. Always storylines when it comes to the NFL, and they love that, right? They love how these storylines go. I'm going to look at BetUS in terms of our betting MVP for our poll question. Then I'm also going to look at FanDuel and DraftKings. And like I always tell you guys, you got to shop around for the best numbers you can get. And you got to shop around for certain bets because certain sports books don't have certain bets. Like I was looking earlier today and yesterday, and I couldn't find on FanDuel some of the offensive players, offensive player of the year. No, I'm sorry, not offensive player, offensive rookie of the year, or defensive rookie of the year. Some of those bets are not on the sports book, so you got to kind of shop around. So, like I always say before, when you go into the betting world and open up that canvas, you want to put money in different sports books. So you want to take advantage of all these promotions and bonuses. Like I said, hit BetUS up and get that money back. And then you want to look at other places where you can get promotions. And then say your bankroll is $1,000 and you're looking at 3 different sports books you want to run. You want to bet US, you want to bet FanDuel, you want to bet DraftKings Sportsbook. And all you're going to do, you put 300 here, 300 there, and maybe 400 on one that you're going to get your best money back on your promotion. So go ahead, split it up like that, and always shop around for the best numbers that you can get. It's key it's key to kind of staying ahead of the curve so you're not siloed into one sports book. So you're always betting with one sports book. We all have our favorites. No, I get that. I'm not trying to move you away from that. But once you see if you have better odds and you really like the bet to win more money at a certain sports book, why wouldn't you do that? Right? That it just makes sense to do that. So make sure, like I said, if you're out there, go ahead and comment MPP in the comments. And let's get this thing going with all these bets. Going to be a little bit of a short show today because we're just going through those award predictions. So I'm going to give you my take, how I feel, who I like, maybe some dark horses, and then we'll get right into it. So our poll question is bets brought to you by BetUS. Our poll question of the day: Josh Allen will win the 2022-2023 MVP at plus 700. Hmm. So I was looking around a lot of quote unquote people out there who are your experts, or people out there who are giving their takes as well. And the fan favorite of the majority of people are on Herbert. They are on Herbert to win this bet. And I like Herbert. I like Herbert a lot, but he's in such a tough division, man. Like the MVP is going to win the division, right? And then their team is going to have one of the best records in the league. So you have to put two and two together, right? Herbert went 9-8 last year, and the division got tougher, right? The division got tougher. So when you look at that, he put up big numbers last year, right? He threw for 5,000 yards. Their team has gotten better. Coaches, newer coach, right? Because the last year the coach killed them in certain just dumbass like fourth quarter plays. But I definitely like this bet right here because I think Josh Allen is going to explode in terms of his numbers. Now, look, he's averaged 4,500. He went from his rookie year throwing for 2,000 yards, and now he's averaging 4,500 yards and 35 touchdowns. That's sick, right? It's just sick. Now, Rodgers has won the MVP two years in a row, but with Allen, they're all the overall favorite to win the Super Bowl. He's the overall favorite to win MVP. I just don't see how he does not end up in all tops and categories. Now it's a crapshoot. Am I telling you and say, oh, he's going to win the MVP? No, but I'm just telling you the best bet to make is him winning the MVP, right? So let's look at the numbers. Let me bring up the numbers on BetUS, and we'll look at the odds right now. Like I said, man, if you like what I'm talking about, if you like what I'm hearing, if you part of the money team, man, make sure you type in MPP in the comments. Let's get some comments going on, man. Let's fuck with this algorithm. Where is BetUS? There it is. All right. Here we go, baby. Here we go. Let's bring it on to the screen. No, I don't want to change my name, man. Add to the screen. Oh, okay. All right, my bad. Computer's a little here it is. My kid be upstairs, be fucking with my internet, man. I ain't going You guys didn't hear all that, did you? Oh shit, my bad. Oh man, y'all hear that? I think it. I think the mic went out. Damn, I got to do that again. All right, let me drink some coffee and let me bring that back. I wasn't even on the screen. That's why, y'all. My mic got lost. My mic got lost. So, all right, let's bring it all the way back. We're gonna cut that and we're gonna start over. Because I told you, man, my motherfucking kid upstairs playing fucking we playing Fortnite or whatever, watching. Yo, he's got 3 screens. He's got 3 screens, bro. He's got 3 screens. He's got his monitor, he's got his iPad, and then he's got the TV up. And it's like, yo, you fucking junkie, man. Like, what are you doing? He's watching YouTube, and then he's playing the game, and then he's got like Avengers on TV. Killing me. My bad, y'all. Killing me. All right, so let's take it back real quick. And I will repeat that. It's not hard for me to repeat. All right. So, starting from the top. Like I was saying in the beginning, there's 3 marks that check all the marks for MVP. And if y'all still with me, make sure y'all type in MPP into the comments. MoneyPot Podcast, MPP in the comments. Y'all still with me. So I thanks for fucking with me. Thanks for going through that kind of spiel that those issues. So the 3 marks that check the box are: you have to win the division, then you have to have one of the best records in the league for your team, and you got to have a monster year, or one of the better or top 3 best years. And to me, when you look at all these guys up here, these top 11, these top 10 players, you notice that all of them have question marks outside of Allen. Okay, so Allen, he went from throwing 2,000 yards. Now he's averaging 4,500 yards and 35 touchdowns. Like, it's insane. They're going to win the division. I'm hype on Miami. Buffalo's going to win the division. Okay. Now, let me go back to the screen. Make sure I got my audio. My audio good? All right, my man. Okay. Yeah, audio's still good. All right. So, Patrick Mahomes. We all know what Patrick Mahomes is. He checks a lot of those boxes well, but Tyreek Hill not being there, I think, is going to change this offense dramatically. It's going to change this offense dramatically. I don't think that they're going to be as good as they were, obviously, without Tyreek Hill. And I don't think you can just replace him with 2 or 3 receivers. Hill's a special talent. I just don't think that happens. I think Kansas City has struggles this year. They're not even favored to win a division, in the toughest division in football. You know what I mean? So that's going to be tough. All right. Now let's go to the GOAT, Brady. I've never seen a year where Brady routine was so disrupted. Like, never. This has never happened. He's one of those guys that's always going to show up. He's going to be in practice. He's going to do preseason. That's just Tom Brady. Completely disruption. Doesn't have Gronk. Doesn't have his players. Offensive line is decimated. I would really look at the under of their total, because Brady, Tampa's top on like winnings and all that stuff. They always are, just because of Tom. But their receiver core is hurt. They're in a bad spot, and I don't know how good this team is going to be. Tom Brady retires after this year. We already know what Rodgers checks all his marks. Kind of hard for him to win 3 MVPs in a row, especially without Adams there. They're not going to be as good as they were. I scratch him off just because he's won it twice in a row. Dark horse. A lot of people favorite dark horse is Herbert. Again, toughest division in football. A lot of their losses, they should have been better because of their coach. I'm not sure that, like, he's there, but this, I don't know. It's not like he has it, but it's not Josh Allen have it. You know what I mean? When you watch Josh Allen play, you're like, holy shit. When you watch Justin Herbert, you're like, oh, like, you know what I mean? Like, all right, yeah, damn, boy, kid can ball. So it's just, there's a little bit difference. I'm not mad at this bet if you make this bet at plus 900, but it's just not the bet for me. Russell, again, toughest division in football, trying to follow the model of the Bradys, the Mannings, going to a established team and win. Not sure if that's going to happen or not. I got to see it. Burrow, it's tough for Burrow. You know what I'm saying? It's tough for Burrow because that offense is electric. Chase is looking like one of the best receivers in the league. A lot of people say he is, but for me, I got to see it more than once to really give you the Christian mark. You know what I mean? The Christian you that you made it. You did it 1 year. Nobody saw it coming. I got to see it again for me to even talk about it. This is a fucking joke. I don't know why he's even here. It's just a joke. They just needed to find somebody. And I'm sorry. I'm just going fast because I already did this. So I want to make sure that we do it again and it's fresh in my mind. Stafford, I'm not scared of Stafford's elbow talk. And the reason why I'm not, because he's one of the most durable quarterbacks we've seen over the last decade, where we know that he can play through pain, right? We saw it in Detroit. He played through all kinds of pain. He was getting hammered back there. So I don't, and back there in the pocket, I don't think that this is a bad bet at all, because I think this team is going to be just as good as they were last year. So I'm not worried about Super Bowl hangover or anything like that. And Lamar, revenge tour for Lamar for me. Revenge tour for Lamar for me. All the doubters. He hasn't gotten paid yet. If you put his numbers up and you change the way he looks, no knock, but I'm just saying, you change the way he looks, and he looks like like a Derek Carr with his numbers, he already got paid already. There's no doubt in my mind. Stylistically, obviously, it's different. But the question about Lamar outside of the image per se is his style of play in the playoffs. That's really what it comes down to. Are you going that style of play in the playoffs has not won, and we haven't seen it won consistently enough for him to be paid like Watson. Just hasn't. You know what I mean? So there's a question mark about that, and him doing his own deal is a little bit question mark for me. Bro, you're not going to be missing a lot of money to get an agent to do your deal. So I don't know. Ooh. Who's that guy? Who's that guy? Right? Who is that motherfucking guy right there? Who's out there betting Jalen Hurts to win MVP? What Eagle fan is doing that shit? I don't know about that, y'all. Y'all might have to fall back on that. You know what I mean? So I agree to the poll, man. Josh Allen 3 MVP, and it's still good enough odds early. I'm telling you, man, this kid's fucking up my internet. So yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. All in on Buffalo, but Rob, all in on Buffalo. Let's go back to these comments. Let's go back. Greg, what's up, baby? Tomo, what's good, man? It's my guy, Jake. Yo, Jake is my guy nowadays. Me and Jake be on birds of a feather, man. Jake is my guy, man. Jake is my guy. Yeah, Greg, I agree. Absolutely. I appreciate you, Don. Let me know, man. That's what we do, right? You let me know. Hey, Nate, you fucking up. Get it together. You know what I mean? I ain't no shame, I was one man crew. I'm doing production. I'm doing comedy. I'm doing hosting. You know what I mean? I'm doing the comments. It's a one gang, you know what I mean? One gang army, man. I see you, SJM, MPP, man. Man, make sure y'all do that, man. Throw them MPPs in the chat, man. I love it when people do that, man. Trying to change the show a little bit. We're moving from a podcast into a show. I got some special things coming off with the football season. The digs are going to look completely different. Y'all going to like how it look. You know what I mean? Y'all going to really like how it looks. So make sure y'all keep doing that, man. Yeah. Nah, I agree. Arguably with Rams with Stafford just mentioned. Scrutinize strategy. I like the Rams and Stafford a lot. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Ooh, who's that? I hate to say it, but Derek Carr will have a pretty close to MVP year. All right, let's look at it. What's Carr's numbers? And if you guys got picks that you like, throw them up here. I'll look at them. Don't worry, you know what I mean? I will look at them right here, live. Where is Carr? Oh, here he is, right under Jalen Hurts. You'll believe that? Jalen Hurts and Derek Carr are the same for MVP odds. The problem with the Carr pick is one of the, and then he's got, it's just tough. It really is. See, fucking up. Here we go with the mute shit. I caught it though. I caught it this time. I caught it the mute shit this time. It's just tough for David Carr to win it, I think. Will he have MVP type numbers? Possibly and probably, but I'm not sure if they're going to be good enough to go over the hump. That's what you got to look at. You got to look at people who are going to go over the hump. And I'm just not sure that they're going to be good to the hump, over the hump. To do that, especially in that division. You know what I mean? That division is going to be popcorn all day. Pete, what's up, baby? What's good, man? Disagreed to the poll. Use a nut. Use a nut then. You disagree to the poll, man. All right. So let's go on to some other picks. Like I said, man, if y'all just joining us, man, drop that MPP in the comments. Really helps with us. Let's fuck up our algorithm, man. All right. So we did MVP. All right, so that's my take for MVP. Let us we're gonna switch to DraftKings, and we're gonna look at all the other options. And like I said, man, it's so interactive. Go ahead and throw your picks up there as I go along. Tell me what you like and what you don't like, and we'll discuss it for sure. So I look between DraftKings and FanDuel, and I favor, and I usually look at FanDuel more, but I'm going with DraftKings today to show you guys the all the other plays, because I think that all the other ones are on FanDuel, they're just not as good. I like DraftKings plays here. So let me zoom in here real quick so we get a little bit closer. All right, cool. All right. So, and this is what I'm talking about when I say shop around. Let my screen kind of catch up with me. All right, cool. You guys all see that? Yeah, I see it. We're good. All right. So MVP over here, he was at 650. So you kind of want to, if you like this bet, you want to go to Bet US, right? And bet it on Bet US because you're getting better money on your odds here. You're getting plus 700. These odds are a little bit lower. So, you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. You got to shop around. Have money on different sports books. All right, offensive player of the year. Now, with offensive player of the year, I had to really think about this one. And you got so many dogs up here, man. So many dogs up here to look at. And I came away with two picks that I would go here. And let's just break it down. 10-1. I don't like this one for Samuel. I don't like him being this high. I know he's going to be a do-it-all player, but if you look at all these other players up here, especially with the quarterbacks in this option here, I don't know if he can do enough, because he had a crazy year last year, and the fact that he wasn't even a top 3. I think he got some votes, but not a lot. Let me see what the votes were. What the votes were for this year, real quick. But Jonathan Taylor, monster year. Does he follow that up with another year? Like he especially offensive line behind him, right? I don't know if he's going to be there again and get 1,800 yards. Like, he's got to break 2,000. Like, when Henry won this, he had over 2,000. Do we think do we think Taylor's going to get 2,000, right? So there's that. I'm not sure about that. I question that. Debo, I question, right? Cooper Kupp, monster. Just absolute monster. Won it last year. Can he repeat the same production? Probably. Maybe a little bit Super Bowl hangover right here. Allen Robinson being there is going to be huge for them. So it still keeps opening up. I love that offense still. Love Sean McVay. Love that culture there. So this is not a bad play. Henry, I think more comeback player of the year would be more geared towards Henry than the offensive player of the year. He finished 10th in rushing, and he only played half the season. So he's just a monster. But I wonder if Tennessee's run is starting to run out. Like, is their time running out? Can they continue to do what they do? They're going to even lean more heavily on him with A.J. Brown gone. So not sure. He'll get the usage. He'll get the volume, but not a bad bet. I like this one, though. Justin Jeffrey. Kid's got a chip on his shoulder. Wants to be the best receiver in the game. Complete switch from Michael Zimmer to their new offensive style coach, who I think comes from under the McVay tree. And he's already come out and said, oh, shit, I see why Cooper Kupp gets this money here in this offense. Because the way I'm getting open and the way they have me positioned, it's going to be all day for me. All day for me. I like Justin Jeffries right here at plus 15-1, plus 1,500 as my favorite to win the offensive player of the year. A lot of people are on Minnesota as a sleeper. I don't even know if they're sleeping anymore because a lot of people are picking Minnesota to win that division right now. So, with the offensive minded coach, Zimmer was there for 10 plus years. I like Jeffrey right now. I really like Jeffrey at 15-1. I think it's a really decent bet. And it's not a lot of question marks. He's going to be up there. The numbers are going to be up there. He's going to get the numbers. And then as much as we, I don't want to say hate, but as much as we don't like Kirk Cousins because we just don't, he still ends up in the top 10 in QBR rating and passing yards and stuff. So they're going to throw the ball. This offense is going to look a lot different, and I think Jefferson's going to lead it. I like this bet. Jefferson, for my play, offensive rookie of the year, is 15-1. 15-1. Let me write that down because I knew I was picking it, but let me write that down. Now, a dark horse for me is Herbert. Herbert's a dark horse for me. Like I said, tough division, right? But to win some of these awards, either you got to have a record-setting year, or your team's got to be really good and win the division. This is the knock on Justin, on Herbert, is just that his team. I don't know if his team's going to win the division, but he threw for 5,000 yards last year, and I think you could probably follow it up too, right? That team is loaded, especially on defense. That team is loaded. You know what I mean? So, and offensively, they're back. And Keenan Allen, to me, is one of the most underrated receivers in the league. Always has been, to me. Mike Williams is still there. They're going to be good. So, and the coaching change should help. But new head coach, is he going to be out the gate and just win right away because he has a special team? Still takes time to gel. Offense is going to be magnificent, though. I like this as a dark horse. So, but you could be the other way around, right? You could like Herbert more than I do and go Jefferson as your dark horse, and Herbert's your favorite. But I don't think Herbert's going to win the MVP, but he's going to be right there for offensive player of the year at 20-1. And, wouldn't be surprised if they go 11-16, maybe 12-5, right around there. I think you get him in those conversations. All right. What we got? Let me go back to the sleeper MVP, Jonathan Taylor. I don't know about that, Don. I don't know about that, bro. Come on now. I think I would bet Jalen Hurts to win MVP over Jonathan Taylor. I'm gonna just keep it a beam with you. I don't even remember the last time a running back won the MVP. What, LaDainian maybe? And you know what LaDainian Thomas did to win MVP? Like, you as a running back, do you know what you have to do to win MVP as a running back? Ooh, what, 20 touchdowns, over 2,000 yards? You know what I mean? Like, it's got to be ridiculous for you to win MVP. So I don't know about that. Joe Burrows is my sleeper. Sleeper for what, bro? Anthony, tell me what you mean. Sleeper for what? All right. So those are my picks for Offensive Player of the Year. So we got Jefferson. All right. Defensive Player of the Year was the toughest to me. And this is a no bet for me. And it's cool. Like, you don't have to give a bet for everyone. But this is a no bet for me. Because the three defensive player of the years have been defensive ends. So that's the trend, and that's what you see up here. Look, defensive end, all world defensive player, defensive end. Well, defensive end, linebacker. Right? Like, out of the top 10, they're all defensive linemen. So it's probably a good bet that a defensive lineman's going to win. Watt just tied Strahan's sack record last year at 22.5. So it's hard, like, how you follow up that, right? How do you follow up TJ Watt's season? Like, what are you going to do next year? So when you do record-breaking shit, I typically stay away from you because I don't think you're going to do record-breaking shit again. And Pittsburgh's going to be bad. So I don't know what's going to happen there. And he's not injury prone, but he does get banged up a little bit. Myles Garrett is always there, always in the talks, always in the running. So not a bad bet here. But I just don't know because there's so much going on in Cleveland right now. And he's a little bit, weird, from his demeanor and kind of his personality. So I don't know. I mean, he's a man child, he's a beast, but I just don't know. Donald, always a good bet to bet Aaron Donald to win Defensive Player of the Year. There's nothing ever wrong with that. You could blindly bet him every year and just forget about it. But outside of Reggie White, like, I put him in Reggie White talk. I put him in Lawrence Taylor talk. He is one of the greatest defensive players I've ever seen in my life. Like, he is ridiculous. He's a defensive tackle. Like, that's what people don't understand. Like, he's a defensive tackle. Like, it's ridiculous. And he's been known for years. Like, he ain't no secret. And he still gets it. He still gets best defensive tackle I've probably ever seen. And my favorite player is Warren Sapp. I'm a huge Sapp fan. But Donald is right there, neck and neck with him. I don't bet Cowboys, so fuck them. You know what I mean? I don't bet Cowboys, so fuck them. Bolster Brothers, he won it 1 year already, Nick. So Nick has the ceiling. A lot of people hiring on San Fran. I don't know. I just don't know how good that team's going to be. And then Bosa, I think this is a dark horse. He gets, I think his over and under a sacks is like 8.5. I think that's low, especially with Khalil Mack on the other side. I told you that defense, and they just signed up Derwin too. That defense is legit, man. And they obviously get Mack on the other side. Not a bad bet here. But like I said, I won't go through each and every one, keep going. But just those tops, that's why this is a no bet for me because I don't have a lean. I don't have a feel for it. Gun in my head, I'm betting Donald just because he's the best defensive player, in the last maybe like 15, 20 years. So, gun in my head, I'll go Donald. But this is a no bet for me. Let me know what y'all think, man. If y'all got a defensive player who y'all would throw up there, let me know. Parsons. What the fuck? Why do y'all like this is the reason why I don't like Parsons because he did record-setting shit last year. So, and Dallas is going to be bad. You know what I mean? And I don't know how they're going to use Parsons anymore because they're going to need him to do a lot, do everything. So, it's going to be tough. It's gonna be tough. But I mean, I'm not mad at you if that's your take. If that's what you like, with the Parsons 10-1, do you think he takes the next step to these guys? Because I don't think Parsons, obviously, he sits by himself, right? Donald sits by himself. But like the TJ Watts, the Bolsas, the Garretts, is he ready to be in that conversation? I don't know. We will see. All right. Here's a good one. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Now, I actually have a good take on this one, and it's a dark horse pick for me. Dark horse pick for me. Bryce Hall, obviously top, going to be with the Jets. Bell cow. But I had to go back and say, when was the last time a running back won Offensive Rookie of the Year? And it was, was it 4 years ago? I believe it was. 3 years ago. Was it 4 or 3? I forget how many years ago. But it was Saquon. It was Barkley. It was the last running back to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. And he had a year that year. He had like 1,300 yards, like 600 or 700 receiving yards, over 2,000 yards all purpose. It was obviously his best year. We think Hall is going to do that? I mean, he's a bell cow, obviously highly touted, but the Jets are still going to be bad. So I'm not sure he's going to have opportunity to do it, but I don't know if the production is going to match the opportunity that he has compared to some of the other guys that in here. So can he pick it? Does he win the quarterback? Quarterbacks are always a great play for this. Is he going to win? Is he going to do enough in preseason to win the quarterback situation? He will start before the year is over, obviously. It's just how early he will start. Not sure right now where he's going to be because he's had some good days and he's had some bad days. So we'll see what that looks like. And then just to piggyback off the Steelers, the George Pickens kind of go hands in hand, right? Pickens looks like he's the real deal, and as he should be. He looks like he's the real deal. So, but I don't know production-wise. He's only going to be as good as what this guy is, right? Because nobody believes in Trubisky or Rudolph. So, this is a little bit high for me for him. Chris Overleg, I think this is a sleeper pick. I'm not sure where Winston is health-wise. I know he hurt his foot. So that's a question mark, obviously. So we'll see what that is. And Sean Payton's not being there also changes this a little bit. He's a rookie receiver. But the Saints receiving core is ridiculous. I don't know why people are sleeping on them if they're not. Sky Moore out in KC. Interesting pick here as well. Not sure what this looks like either. Going to have opportunity, but Andy likes to throw it around. So, a lot of names in here. These two are where I'm sticking at. And these two where I'm sticking at, Romeo Doubs and Christian Watson, is because they're going to have the most opportunity to get it done because they're playing with one of the best, if you arguably best, regular season quarterback, in the last, 10 years, maybe 5-10 years. It's hard to say that because Brady was there. But with Aaron Rodgers throwing the ball, Watson's been hurt. So Doubs has creeped over Watson because he's been getting the opportunity. Somebody's going to come out of that offense as the number one receiver. So these two are interchangeable. I'm going with Watson because he was the higher draft pick. He's the higher talented talent. Doubs is here because he's getting opportunity now. If Watson was healthy for preseason and having some success, these two would obviously be switched and Doubs would be a lot down, probably plus 2,000. This is, to me, is a mirage just because of opportunity. But he's doing well with the opportunity, but he's dropping the ball. We already know what Roger said. I like Watson here as a dark horse for Offensive Rookie of the Year. I think they get him for game one. I think he stays healthy. And I think he emerges as the number one receiver coming out of that offense, which puts him, to me, ahead of a lot of these other players up here. He's got the highest ceiling because he's got the best quarterback to play with. So, for me, it's Christian Watson, plus 1,600. Willie Vegas disagreed to the poll. Didn't I just say that? I said, man, everybody's on the Herbert train. Willie, The only reason why I don't like Herbert is because of the division. And the check marks for MVP, I said it earlier in the show. You have to win your division. You have to be one of the best records in the league. And you have to have a monster year. I think he checks two of those boxes. I'm not sure if the Chargers are going to win the division or not. It's the best division in the league. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure. All right, let's keep it moving, baby. Defensive Rookie of the Year. Now, another tough one. Another tough one. But I got a sleeper for y'all. I got a sleeper for y'all, buddy. Let's go with it. Let's go Nakobe Dean, baby. Let's turn up, Nakobe. Let's go. Now, I said on another show that I don't think Nakobe was going to start the beginning of the year because I think TJ Edwards has done enough on this team to come into the year as the starting defensive player. Now, a linebacker hasn't won since Darius Leonard, and Darius Leonard had over 100 tackles. And I think that when you look at this list, the sexy or the most powerful player is going to be obviously Hutchinson. I don't know about this guy. New York's going to be bad. But Hutchinson is going to have a chance to shine. But it's going to switch because he, like the other defensive rookie of the years that won it, like the Bosa's and stuff, they had double-digit sacks. He's going to have an opportunity to do that. But my problem with this Hutchinson pick is that he is the best defensive lineman on the team. When Bosa came to the Niners, he wasn't the best defensive lineman. He was maybe the most talented, but he wasn't the best. That defensive line was loaded when Bosa came there. So he had a lot of one-on-ones. Hutchinson's going to be double-teamed a lot, especially if he gets off the gate. Same with Walker. You know what I mean? Trayvon Walker over in Jacksonville, and they're using him a little bit differently too. So I don't really like these picks. I'm going with the dark horse Dean, man. I like Dean here. I think between game 1 and 4, it's going to be undeniable that Dean has to be on the field. And it's just going to be like college with him and Jordan Davis. I don't know why Jordan Davis 14 and 1. This is just ridiculous. He shouldn't even be in there. But his impact of being able to hold up 2 to 3 bodies, it's going to allow Dean to roam. And we've already seen Dean's instincts in the preseason already. Granted, it's preseason game, but if he can stay healthy, this is not a bad bet, man. 12-1. I started off the show like, do we have any Eagles in here who are going to win? And out of these guys, I love Sauce, though. You know what I mean? Love Sauce. Love Sauce. So I'm not mad if you make this bet with Sauce Garner over in the Jets. Right? Not mad at you at all. He has a chance, right? I know he got burnt a couple times, I think, in preseason against Kyle Pitts. You know what I mean? But he ain't going to be seeing Kyle Pitts every game, right? Kyle Pitts, big body, tight end, hybrid model. Sauce is going to get some opportunity here. I really like this Nakobe Dean bet, y'all. I really do. I think he really has a chance to be there as a dark horse to win the Defensive Player of the Year. So, like I said, not a lot of sexy picks up top because they're highly talented draft picks as they should be. But I like Dean here, man. I think if Dean can get you 100 tackles this year as a starter, he's going to be right there in the running. And that's all you can do. That's all you can do when you bet these. You can always bet these to be out there with the running, the running of the tops. And hopefully you get lucky and you land one. All right. So that's my defensive player of the year pick. And for the last pick of the year, comeback player of the year. Now, this one's going to be tough because there's a lot of dogs up here, man. There's a lot of players up here that have a lot of opportunity to win. So you can make an argument for every pick. You really could. Henry, we know what King Henry does, and that's why his odds are so low. Winston is a very good pick just because of how good that offense is going to be. And they actually might even win the division. They're not a bad pick to win the division, but he's not healthy. And the problem with Winston, he'll throw you 35 or 40 touchdowns, but he'll also throw you 40 picks. So that's where Winston is kind of like a big joker question mark. Christian McCafferty, we already know what he does. Can he stay healthy? And then how do they use him? How do they use him with Hubbard there? Because they're going to try to save him a little bit, in my opinion, so he lasts for the season and he doesn't get hurt. A lot of sharp bettors are betting the Panthers to do better than what they are, and that kind of goes hand in hand with Baker, because Baker's more than likely going to win that job. I think there's always already been talks of Sam Darnold getting traded, or they're trying to shop him around already. So Baker's going to win the job. What Baker does in this offense, I don't know. I'm a Baker fan. I don't think he's going to be good enough to win this award. My pick, Thomas. The rumor, the secrets, the whispers is that Michael Thomas looks every bit of Michael Thomas. Little mental issue there, but what number one receiver doesn't have that? I mean, they all have that type of mental, kind of attitude that they bring to the game and what they expect. As long as Winston is throwing the ball, but that really doesn't matter. But as long as Winston's throwing the ball, he's going to be a monster this year. And we remember him with Drew, 1,500 yards, 1,600 yards, over 100 catches. With Winston, probably over 100 catches, probably like 1,200 yards. That's going to be tops in the league more than likely. I like this bet at 8-1 for Michael Thomas to be the comeback player of the year. Very quietly, too. Out of all these players, you don't look at Thomas. Like, you're looking at the Henrys, you're looking at the Christian McCaffreys, your eyes kind of waver a little bit. Even down here, you want some more odds, maybe a little Allen Robinson action, Saquon, right? Those are the ones that look like the running backs are the ones, because they just always have the ball in their hand. They're going to get the most usage. You know what I mean? But even Dobbins could be a nice pick just because of the way the Ravens run the ball and he's the lead back there. So it just hurts that Lamar legs this one just because Lamar's going to rush for almost 1,000 yards. So that takes away from him. But Thomas really doesn't stick out until you really start to look at it. And I think Michael Thomas here is a really good bet for comeback player of the year, and is my bet for my comeback player of the year at plus 800. What y'all think about that Michael Thomas play, man? What y'all think about that Michael Thomas play? Let's go back to the chat. You know what? Give me some Baker. Let's go. I hear you, man. I'm not mad at the Baker pick. I'm really not. But I think I just don't know what he's going to look like in his offense. This is the first time he's switching offenses from Cleveland, different personnel. Got to get used to that offense. That offense has some players, obviously, with CMC running the back. But I lean more Thomas than I do Baker. On turf for half the year. I think he's quarterback proof, Michael Thomas. I think he's still going to get numbers no matter who's throwing the ball back there. I think he's still going to get numbers. They're going to get him the ball. So give me a little bit Michael Thomas. All right, let's go back real quick. Let's go through all the bets for those who are still with us. Like I said, man, if you're in the chat, man, type in that MPP, MoneyPot Podcast. Show me some love. Fuck up an algorithm. First bet of the day was Josh Allen. You know what? I'll do it up here. Let's print it all up here. These are my bets. So just because we're here and it's kind of easy to see, I would bet to Josh Allen bet on BetUS. BetUS has it at plus 700 right now. So you get a better number on that. I wouldn't bet this bet on DraftKings. Go to BetUS. Like I said, link is in the YouTube bio. And make this bet right here. But just for visual perspective, we're betting this, Josh Allen. Offensive player of the year for me was Justin Jefferson. Okay. At plus 1,500. So we got Josh Allen, Justin Jefferson. Defensive player of the year. I passed. I didn't have a lean. I didn't have a take. Up to you where you want to go. Only thing I can give you is that a defensive lineman, defensive end has won the award 3 times in a row. So take your pick. Take your pick. Like I said, gun to my head, I'm never down Aaron Donald. That's just the way it is. He's always in the top conversation. So to me, this is not a bad bet. A lot of people like Parsons, though. A lot of people in Parsons here. But this is a pass for me. And okay to pass. Just, you don't have to bet every single bet. Go with the ones you like. That's the point, right? We all want to win money. We all want to walk away with more money in our pocket. But you don't have to bet every single bet. Offensive Rookie of the Year, I'm going with Watson. It's a dark horse play for me. I think out of all these players, he's going to have the highest ceiling because he's got the best quarterback to throw home the ball. Question marks at quarterback for all these guys, except for Sky, but a lot of mouths to feed there. Somebody's got to come out of number one in Green Bay. Somebody does. And I'm going with Watson, the higher talented. If you believe in Romeo Doubs, hey, I'm not mad at you. He's getting opportunity. He's getting that timing down. He's going to get that trust. Whoever Rodgers trusts first is going to be the winner. And right now, because he's practicing, Romeo is that. But the fact that Rodgers already came out like, y'all need to get your shit together, leaves the door open for Watson. And I believe he's starting to practice. Defensive Rookie of the Year. Let's go, Birds. Let's go, Birds. Let me get a little bit of the N'Kobe Dean, man. And D, man. Let's go, Birds. Let's go, man. Not mad at Sauce Garner, though. But let's go. I'm going with Dean, man. Fly Eagles fucking fly, man. And comeback player of the year, MT, Michael Thomas. So those are all our picks for our awards. Once again, not betting Josh Allen on this site. I can get him at a better bet at plus 700. But we got Justin Jeffries, Watson, N'Kobe Dean, and Michael Thomas. All right, now this is a lot of money on here. So how do you bet this? Right? How do you look at your bank bet this? You do it a couple ways. Ones that you really like, you bet a little bit heavier. Ones that you kind of, you want some value. Because remember, when we bet these plays, you got to wait the whole year. So, like say we just want to do a light bet, like $25. You got to wait. Oh, well, that's not a good one. Let's do 25 here. You got to wait a whole year into almost like January, February to win $400. Now, is that okay? Counting on the person. But for me, like if I'm going to wait, like I want at least a little bit of payout. You know what I mean? That's just for me. Now, most bets are $100 bets with a unit bets. For me, like I would go 100 here. I would go 75 here. Just because this is a dark horse bet, I'm going 50 here. I'm going 50 here. Right. Actually, you know what? Let's go. Let's go, N'Kobe. Let's go. And then I'm gonna go 75 here. Right. So we add all this up. We got 100. That's 125, 225. That's 3. That's 375. So my bankroll is going to do me 375, and then we need a return on investment of at least double our money. So we need at least 750, right? So pretty much I need one to hit. And my bet would be that the MVP hits. So as long as the MVP hits, then I'm good because I'm doubling my money, right? And that's the key. Like when you go gamble, you do I know we get stuck into the casinos and stuff, but when you go gamble, the status quo is to double your money. So if you walk in there with $50 and you sit down at roulette or you sit down at a craps table or whatever you sit down at in the casino and you put your $50 in the slot, machine, you do one bet and you get a payout of over $100, or you doubled your money where you won another $50 or $55 or whatever that is, walk the fuck out. I don't care if you're in there for a minute. That is the key. You have to be able to walk away, right? So if you double up, get the hell out of Dodge, because that should always be the status quo, right? And we're all guilty of not doing it. Like, damn, I kind of want to play. Or, damn, this might be one of them hot days where I run it up. Don't get greedy, right? Do not get greedy. It's very hard, but do not get greedy. But get the hell out of Dodge and double up. So when I look at these future bets, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 chances to double my money, right? Always a crapshoot. Always, you could always lose, but I just need to win one. Just give me one to win. I think all these players will be in the tops and talks in the conversation. This is probably the only really true dark horse. No, the rookie of the years are the only two true. Darts. Michael Thomas is for a little bit. No, we're good. Are we good? Yeah. See, the fucking computer froze on me. I knew it did. So, Michael Thomas is going to be in that conversation. Jefferson is going to be in this conversation, and Josh Allen is going to be in conversation. So I'm betting on one of those 3 to win. And then if I get any love out of these 2, that's just icing on the cake. Just icing on the cake, man. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Yo, Chuck, man. What's good, baby? Birds of a feather on Thursdays, man. I'll be on there talking some Eagle shit. So if you like, Eagles talk, a lot of Eagles talk on Thursdays at 9:30. Birds of a feather. We talking that shit. I think we got an Eagles coming on next week too. We got a bird coming on, man. I can't wait to have a conversation with that guy. That should be fun. That should be fun. But this is fun. Winning money's always fun, right? Like, who don't like winning money all day? You know what I mean? So, that are the plays of the day. Appreciate everybody sticking with me. I know we had some technical difficulties, but we finished strong though, right? We started off a little choppy. Oh, y'all can't hear him, but we finished the fuck strong. Later in the day. Those are your plays. What I'm going to do before the season starts, before we get out of here, before the season starts, we're going to do a recap of all the plays that we had over the break, from our division winners, our conference winners, and now our season winners. And we're going to tally that up, and we're going to make sure, and we're going to see how we did, because you have to do that when you're betting. You have to look at it as an investment. Let me fix my motherfucking glasses when I start talking that shit. You have to look at that. You have to look at this as an investment. What are you putting out and what are you getting back? Because you have to understand if you're a good bettor or not. Because if not, you're just throwing money away, right? If you're losing, like, we go through those spells, we go through those peaks and valleys. But if you're losing and you're not counting your money and seeing how you're losing and then readjusting your bankroll and readjusting how you bet, you're a bad bettor. And that's not what we talk about here. We talk about good bettors and winning bettors. So that's where we need you guys to get to if you're not there yet. And if you are, you come here to get a little bit more knowledge. You come here to see where my head is at, where I'm betting, and doesn't mesh with yours. And then you feel a little bit more confident. Like, all right, I know Nate wins at bets. I know Nate does this. I feel a little bit more confident at the bets that we're doing. And we have the same mindset of how he's looking at it and how I'm looking at it. Boom, I'm putting my bet down. That's what we talk about here at the MoneyPot Betting Show. And you see I'm switching that. We're starting to switch that a little bit, man. I can't wait for y'all to see the new digs or what I'm cooking up, man. This is Moss Money, MoneyPot Podcast, man. Until we meet again, y'all, make sure you like, share, tell a friend to tell a motherfucking friend, man. I say it all the time. We're the only betting show that is doing this for y'all. Everybody else is trying to charge you. We do have membership plays, though. we do have membership plays on the weekend. The membership plays, if you go to A2D Radio YouTube and hit the join, $9.99. It's very cheap. And we be cooking. I be cooking. So make sure y'all do go check that out. But if you look at all the betting shows that you ever watch, you know, they're throwing up money here and there. I'm not flashy with my shit, but I do throw out my tickets that I do win because MoneyPot do MoneyPot things. We always money clap that shit away. So make sure you tell a friend, man. We trying to grow, man. We trying to explode this shit, man. So if you got anybody who's interested in betting, who wants to know more about betting, make sure you tell them to come bring the show, man. Once again, I'm Moss Money, MoneyPot Podcast. I'm out of here, y'all. Let's have a day.
Let's go! This ain't the fuck night, or this game can he stink!
Oh shit!